Greetings, YouTube. I was just reading a blog post about superheroes, and they're talking about real-life superheroes, the people who actually don costumes and go out and fight crime, which apparently seems to amount to harassing other citizens doing things that the superhero doesn't agree with. Really isn't crime fighting in my book. But one of the things linked to this is an article about Batman and why Batman does not kill. Now, first up, I love Batman. Batman is hands down my favorite DC comic book character and quite possibly my favorite comic book character of all time, though Deathlock the Cyborg is right up there. I would love to find a compilation of nothing but Deathlock stories. I would buy that and read it. But Batman is a wonderful example about a child that never got proper therapy. If Bruce Wayne, the day after his parents had been shot, had gotten access to a proper therapist, he would have grown up to be a well-balanced, functioning adult, the head of a multinational corporation, a billionaire. And if he really wanted to do something about the fact that his parents were murdered in the streets by a thug, then he would go after the root cause of the existence of that thug. Poverty. Ignorance. Big issues. Huge issues. Issues so large that we cannot get our arms around them. But it's much easier just to grab some thug in the street and to breathe menacingly in their face, to growl, to spew invectives at them, and then to punch them repeatedly until unconsciousness. And then when you feel satiated, you go home satisfied. And then you begin to feel anxious again, so once again you take to the streets to vent your unrequited anger and rage and vengeance upon the world, upon the symptoms of the problem, and not the problem itself. I love Batman. I think he's an awesome character. I've read so many versions of him, I can't remember how many versions of Batman I've read over the years. And I enjoyed almost every single one of them. But he's a warped and twisted human being. He is insane. There's a reason that The Killing Joke is the best Batman story ever written, because it's the truest Batman story ever written. But if he were healthy, he could go about fixing the real problems. And rather than going out and just beating people up and going after the symptoms.